All right, we are out in Port St. Lucie and we are with Pete. Pete is the president of Mako Soccer Club out here. They hosted the Jamaica U17 trials, and they also hosted the Jamaica U15 trials recently. And just on behalf of the people of Jamaica, I want to say thank you so much to you and your club. And what made you uh, gave up your facility and facilitated the Jamaican team?
Well, thank you, first of all. I appreciate it. The honest answer is we are extremely fortunate to have Freddie Butler as our technical director here at Mako Soccer Club. And, Freddie has, over the last few years, just continues to create these types of opportunities. So these two tryouts or qualifiers that we had for the youth, for the 17s and the 15s, came from Freddie. Freddie is also, he coaches our senior men's semi-pro team. He's had great success with that group of men now for the last, I think we're on 5 years with it, 4 or 5 years. He's finished in the top three, top four every year. We've made the playoffs with that team every year. I'd say the last 3 years we've qualified for the Final Four, and last year we were semifinalists.
And the competition is that the senior men's team play in is called the
UPSL, which is the fourth tier of the United States Soccer Federation pyramid. There's over 500 teams nationwide, and they have like tons of teams in regional. So we play in the Premier League Southeast Florida region.
and you have also had some success with players going to trials. I believe you had one who went to Ecuador recently,
Yeah.
and a couple are over in the Far East.
Yes. Yeah. So again, Freddie has been able to, through his network of contacts from his illustrious career and his pro days, he knows a lot of people in the soccer world. So we have, over the last 4 years, we've sent men to. We have one currently down in Ecuador. We have two right now in Qatar. We've sent five boys over to Germany, three boys over to Norway. We actually even sent a female player over to Norway. We've had one boy right now that's currently down with Inter Miami. He's been training with them now for the last 4 weeks. Looks good in terms of he may get that sign on for their academy. We've had a boy that we set up to the USL team up in Boston. So all of these opportunities have come from Freddie. Freddie, basically, whether these boys have come through on the UPSL team, the men's team, or just from the youth club that he's identified, he's worked with them, made some contacts, and sent them out.
And one of the things that I have learned since being here is that most of the players that play on like the U18s and the senior team, they were in the club from probably U8, U7s all the way up.
Yeah.
What makes them stay here for 10, 12 years, 13 years or even more? What do you do to keep them at Mako Soccer?
Honestly, it's the community, it's the program, it's the pathways that the club has developed over the last 10, 15 years. We start players as young as 3 years old, but really what we do is around the 6 or 7 year age mark, we kind of identify those players and we pull them in. And actually, I think behind me, back over here in this area right over here, is one of our programs, which is called our pre-academy, that starts at 6 and 7 year olds. So we're grabbing those players and we are doing fundamental training with them all year round. So, and then we just are able to keep them. The coaching staff that we have, it's truly the work of them, and it really goes down to the concept of we are developing players. So this club, we're not a win at all cost club. We don't chase trophies. We're not about that. We are about the true development of the athlete, doing it the right way. Whether it's teaching them the game fundamentals, teaching them how to be good sportsmen. And then eventually as they get older to the 15s, 16s, 17s, then they start to kind of be more in front of like people like Freddie and some of our other coaches, and that's kind of how we keep them. It really is a community-based feeling around here, and it's not a very intense, terrible place to be honest.
What about that parent who is listening to this now and he or she is saying that, listen, I'm looking for the next club to develop my 12-year-old or to develop my 10-year-old. Why should Mako be the place of choice in this area, or in this city for that parent and that child?
Again, it comes down to our pathways. So the pathways that we have set up, which is technically the programs, again, whether we're starting it from the youth, at the younger ages, as we work our way up. So our pathways are our pre-academy program, which again is those 6 and 7-year-olds. Once the players graduate to the under 9, from under 9 all the way up through whether it's U17, U18, there's that consistency in the development. There is that consistency in the program. And then the next pathway for us would be the semi-pro, the men's and women's team that we have at that level. So even if a player does go off to college, when they do come back, there is this option for them to play. But more importantly, there's this option for them to be seen, and playing at a higher level. And then ultimately that may open some of the doors for these players to be given opportunities, whether it's in Europe or down in South America or even here in the United States.
And finally, Pete, what is the win? In baseball there is a home run. In the NFL there is a touchdown. What is the win for Mako?
Honestly, the win for us is if an athlete that comes to us is able to attain whatever it is that is his or her goal, whether it's college, to play college, whether it's to make the high school team, whether it's just to play club ball, whether it's to play semi-pro, whether it's to get an opportunity to trial anywhere else in the world. For us, that's the win. If we're able to help that athlete achieve that goal, that's a win for us.
Listen, I want to thank you so much again on behalf of all the people in Jamaica. I want to thank you again for facilitating those trials, and I hope to one day see some of these Mako players probably playing in Europe.
That would be awesome.
Hopefully at Arsenal, the club that I support. Somewhere here, maybe at Inter Miami in the MLS. And I know some of them dominate high school because of the development here. So keep on doing the good work, and all the best for you and Mako Soccer Club out here in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pete.